What's up, everybody? Michael or Control Freak here, about to give you a little bit of context on the video you're about to see. In case you missed the live stream, we took on the, I guess we'll call it the lose to it, you use it challenge that Young Dingo started over on Twitch. We've seen players like BFG and Zeriak and PT Bench take on a similar challenge. Effectively, what we're doing is taking a deck into a modern league, and as soon as we lose a match, we take whatever we lost to and have to go register that 75 for a new league and repeat this process until we trophy. Could run into absolutely anything and have to run it through the next league. So what you're seeing here is the second league we ran of the day. The first one was with Grixis Death Shadow. We made a couple extra updates to the challenge to fit our community, so had to play something that wasn't tier 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in the first league. So we registered Grixis Death Shadow with Redirect Lightning, Gurmag Anglers. You can catch that over on Twitch if you want to see the replay VOD. But we ended up losing our second match to Prowess, had to register that, couldn't find a list from our opponent, so we took the 75 from Daniel Akos, who has top 8'd a ton of challenges online with Prowess, done really well, so decided to run it. This is what you got on screen, is the exact list that you're going to see in the league. Got a link in the description down below over to the Mox field if you want to download the list for yourself, as well as links to things like the Twitter and the Discord if you want to come join and talk about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay so you can see exactly what our first league of the challenge with Izzet Prowess looked like. So starting at noon, going to midnight, if I don't finish before then, and then if we have to fire it back up tomorrow, starting at noon, going till midnight. I think we're just going to go Great Swift Spear, Bobble. What? Hold up. No chance, right? Absolutely no chance. All right, let's go for the preordain. Gonna choose not to stubborn denial this. We do hit the second land. Gonna attack in for 2, play our Dragon's Rage Channeler. We've got mutagenic growth to get something out of bolt range, as well as get our Dragon's Rage Channeler up to Delirium. So I can save that in case they go for like a Scion of Draco this turn. Have like Quarry Steel Cutter plus mutagenic growth. They could have a Leyline Binding. Avu, sure. All right, perfect draw. So we get to go Quarry Steel Cutter, triggers. Slick Shot gives us Delirium as well, so we can just throw that in the yard. Prowess, Bobble. Deck's stupid. I hate everything about what's happening here. Just... Is there anything I want to do before attacks? Probably not. All right, so we'll go Mutagenic Growth. Six. I hate everything about what's happening here. Lava Dart you. Seven, 10. Lava Dart you. Or 11. Like, turn 3, kill you through your 5/5 blocker. I hate this so much. Why not see their list? What do you mean, like, go Google their list? I'm sure it's just like, I mean, it's SOOO. How much different are we expecting it to be? What am I boarding out? Like, I've got a 12-hour stream ahead of me. I'm not really interested in like min-maxing every single game for 12 hours. I will like drive myself crazy if I do that. Is not worth it. All right, what am I boarding out against SOOO? Handler seems a little weak since it has to attack into Quarry Steel. Or attack into Scion. Fleet's fine. Maybe I trim like a couple bolts and darts because they don't kill a lot. I was thinking of saving Mutagenic Growth because it lets me mutagenic something to get it out of Flage range. Or like grow something against a Scion of Draco.
Don't love this. I do have a consign for a turn 2 Scion if they've got a ley line. Of course, I say that and they don't. I think I'm just going to pass with the consign up. Passing with the mana up. Does that mean like Doorkeeper Thrall? Gotta attack with something eventually. Someone explain this challenge. It is pretty simple. I started off with Grixis Death Shadow, and what I have to do is proceed to play leagues with like whatever I lose to in that league, which was Izzet Prowess. I've got to immediately drop the league, start a league with Izzet Prowess, and now we play with Prowess until we lose or trophy, whichever happens first. If we lose, we take whatever we lost to and then immediately jump into a new league with that. If we win and trophy, then the challenge is over. So preordain. I think I'm just chipping in for 4. And kind of trying to save like Unholy Heat for a what's his name? Doorkeeper Thrall, and save mutagenic growth to be able to save like my Swift Spear from a Flay GTB. An opponent's hand. If I had to take a guess, they probably have like a Leyline Binding and a Stubborn Denial, and just like don't want to burn a Leyline Binding on a Swift Spear in case I have a Corey Steel Hut Cutter or a Slick Shot. And then probably aren't getting any like Stubborn Denial targets. Fair enough. Not be paying the 3. Man, I think I want to get a big attack in here because I've got the consigned to memory to answer a ley line here. So I could Unholy Heat my own Swift Spear for 2 more damage, make this 10. That Flage kind of made sense there. Pick up a win with Izzet Prowess. On to match number 2. Hope you lose to Boros. Why do you hope I lose? Shouldn't we be hoping we win? Imagine we lose to Adnals or some shit. Oh, man. It's going to be something more obscure than Adnals. It's going to be like lose to Twiddlestorm. Or lose to like... Good one. Lose to like Kethis combo. Imagine losing to Grixis Death Shadow. We don't have to imagine it because our round 1 opponent of the entire event did in fact lose to Grixis Death Shadow. We got 2 Teamer Battle Rage kills. Uh-oh. Boros energy. You asked for it. I gotta keep this, right? Imagine this challenge in a cool format. I mean, if this challenge were in like actual 2017 and you could like run through a gauntlet of Scape Shift into Heliod Company, into Jund with the newly unbanned Bloodbraid Elf, into Esper Stoneblade, like how sick would that be? This is Prowess's worst matchup. I thought Prowess was favored against Boros. Not by a lot, but like tiny bit. No Flage. Hold up. Hit a land there. Prowess 46% into Boros. I don't know if I'd quite call that worst matchup. Especially with percentages doing worse. I would think like Amulet would be worst matchup. Wow, it said 39% to Zoo. Part of me wants to surgical their Ocelot prides. Listen to your gut, kids. Listen to your gut. When it tells you to surgical the Ocelot prides, by damn, you surgical the Ocelot prides. Raven Charm. So this is dealing 2. So I could surgical to keep my Swift Spear alive. Maybe that scares them off of attacking. If they think I've got like a mutagenic growth. Main deck Moon is wild. It's not that crazy, right? I think they've been kind of flirting with main deck Moon for a minute. Okay. So they Fable here. They don't have good attacks. Maybe I can find a land. Nope. We'll just keep going wide with our board. You just have to draw like 7 dead cards in a row. Easy. Probably like one of the least dead cards in a row they could have drawn. Told you it was a bad matchup. Well, I don't think you can use, like, I kept a 1-lander, didn't see the second, is necessarily an argument for it's a bad matchup. I'm just a bad prowess player. Completely different situation. You're probably a little clunky since it gets maybe Swift Spear is fine. Sideboarding with this deck is miserable. Like, it's got to be a lot of just trimming choices. Also, do I want Murktide? I kind of do. Big dorky flyer. All right, we got a 2-lander. Literally can't lose from here. Opponent does something. Tide of Souls. Okay. Free real estate. All right. Now I kind of want to plot a slick shot. But the Quarry Steel might just be better. Yeah, it's probably Quarry Steel here. Lage. Philology. Drawing the third land is really nice because now I can Lava Dart if I want. Okay. Do I have any avenues for lethal here? If I go like Slick Shot, make a dude, or Slick Shot, Preordain, make a Quarry Steel token, act with a bunch. Yes. Response. No response. That's a lot of slick shots. I don't think I want another one. I do want a preordain though. Is I think I Lava Dart here. Do I Lava Dart here? Keep this Prowess token alive. Deal 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Flip your Johnny. Goblin Bombardment. They want to sack their board to kill this. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just heads up right now, right? More than that, because I get another token. To attacking all at you. I'll have a dart. I don't know. That looked horrible. That looked like I didn't stand a chance. Literally could never beat Boros in a million years. Obviously, we got to play game 3, but we did some stuff. Spells were cast. I feel like you probably just have to keep Violent Urge, right? Just have the ability to, like, slick shot kill your opponent out of nowhere if it goes that long. Nap keep. I think I'm leading with Channeler. Just gives me a bunch of looks at, like, Delirium next turn. Never mind. Not quite as many looks at Delirium. I don't really care if they flage down this token right here. That's probably a lie. I kind of care. Right, so it looks like opponent is going all in on this flage. So they probably have a fetch land in hand, planning on blocking. What's your opinion on blue-green mid-range? You mean the birthing ritual deck? Fine. Keeping that. I don't have a problem with it. You're not blocking. Okay. A little bit surprised by that. Figured they would want to get this Flage back this turn. Spyro. Let's just bolt this in response. Stop a little bit of the life gain. Discharge my Swift Spear so I cannot mutagenic growth my Swift Spear. Unless I just want to make them spend like all of their energy. Is that worth it? Yeah, I know I get a token, but I could get a token anyway. Like I don't have to respond to this discharge. It's just whether or not I want to make them spend their energy at the cost of the mutagenic growth, because I would also be giving up my ability to keep a threat around after Flage. But probably worth it. Come on. Something good. Eating good in the neighborhood. Surgical extraction. Surgical would be hot fire. I do have delirium. How close is this to lethal? If I go bolt you, they go to 7. They can't take me off delirium if they have a surgical extraction. So they go to 7. I make a token. Attack him with everything. They block like a 2/2. I violent urge. That should just be lethal. So bolt you because I want token. Yes. No response. No response. And I just violent urge whatever token is unblocked. I don't know. I don't know if I would call that the worst matchup. It seemed like we had some game into all the normal Boros stuff. And like they had Flage, they had Guide, they had double removal spells. I don't think I did anything like over the top on our side. But it is what it is. 2-0 with Izzet Prowess. I would love to play first. Okay. Says opponent last seen 3 days ago on Ruby Storm. I can't imagine Storm is a particularly good matchup. Like, I'm sure you can put some turns out there that kill your opponent fairly. I guess if you turn 3 on the play and win the die roll, like, that's pretty good. If I put that in the yard, it just gives me delirium next turn. Are in fact on Storm. Spear's not bad. I mean, depending on the draws, we can like set up a turn 3 kill on the play. That not helping the case. That's pretty good. No. Down to 14. It's going to kind of depend on what we hit off of this bobble. Want to bobble them now because I could draw into surgical extraction. More rituals is terrifying. More rituals ups the chances of them being able to go off right here. Hope they don't have a reducer. Big bucks, no reducer. Big bucks, no reducer. Damn it. Okay. Damn it. Okay. This is a whirlwind of emotions being experienced at the moment. Take the Past in Flames to try to go off next turn, but you might not have a ritual. Or you take the Ren's Resolve because you need to try to go off now. It's like what they're doing. They hit a Ral, hit a Manamorphose. So they, is it going to come down to a coin flip off the Ral? Whether this Firebrain scheme flips it or not. Damn it. Oh, they hit perfect. They hit absolutely perfect off those. Hit Morphos, Pyretic. They have Past in Flames. Or no, that was the old Past in Flames. Not going to scoop yet. They shouldn't fizzle from here. Yeah, now they've got a Wish. And a Past in Flames. Yeah, they're fine here. But damn, they had to hit absolute perfects off of like that last impulse. Going off. They went off turn 2 on the draw off a mulligan. That's like a hell of a pop off. Turn 2 on the draw off a mulligan. Top 2% of their draws easily. Easily. Okay, so my goal post board should be to go fast. Maybe consign is a little too clunky. Quarry Steel's good. Want Spell Pierces, Surgical, Outburst. Definitely trim an Iteration. Probably trim a Dragon's Rage Channeler because it's like my slowest threat. Maybe a Quarry Steel. Jordan. Yeah, like Prowess or Storm going off turn 2 is rare enough, but them going off turn 2 with a mulligan is nutty. On the bright side, opponent does have a published result that we can use. They're on a mulligan again, so we're dead. Super dead. I might go for preordain here. No. we're just going for Quarry Steel. I think if I already had a bolt or a spell pierce in hand, like something that could potentially interact with a turn 2 play, I'd go preordain. But since I don't, we're just going cutter on the play. I'm sure a more seasoned prowess player would like go for preordain on turn 1 to set up Quarry Steel +0 on 2 into like Swift Spear plus preordain on 3, or Swift Spear plus something on 3. I'm a coward. Are they trying to decide on like Orms chanting me here? Slick shot. Is it better to plot an attack or Quarry Steel? How much of a difference does it make? By Quarry Steel, the next turn I slick shot, preordain, make a token, attacking for 2 this turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Verse plot. Next turn, Quarry Steel, slick shot, make a token. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like exact same either way. Shot. Preordain. This is +4. Next turn, it's a token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go ahead and crack the bauble now in case we find surgical. Opponent is aggressively dead next turn if they don't kill us. Said optimistically. Dead, I mean, probably. Additional cost to cast this spell. You may exile any number of red cards from your hand. All right, they found a reducer, but they'd have to have Ritual is their last two cards to kill right here. Or like Ritual, Ren's Resolve, hit another Ritual. It's just going to be a value grape shot down my board. Yeah, okay. So we win this one. No, you can't say you win after you just said you are dead. You can't change your mind up mid-turn. You made an announcement. Stick to it. I'm a moody person. What can I say? That's fair. Bolt you. Lava dart you. Make a dude. All right. On the draw for game 3. Lock in, boys. Lock in. Girls. On the draw. Corey Steelcutter seems pretty slow. I probably want to bring like a preordained back in on the draw just to have a little extra ability to find some stuff. I think I do want to bring in a couple consigns on the draw. Sign counter storm easy. Well, it also counters Ruby Medallion on 2. That's a significant one. Or can counter like Ral Flip Trigger. We're keeping this. Answer to a Ruby Medallion or a Ral. Saw Death Shadow, now Prowess. Anything in between? Nope. So straight down below me, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you can see exactly what number league we're on. So we played Death Shadow in the first one, lost in round 2 to Prowess, immediately picked up Prowess, and now we're in round 3 with it. Currently undefeated, I might add. That is a Swifty. Basically hoping that we can tempo out a little bit with just some Swift Spear attacks, interact a couple times, and then maybe find something to do. Sign that. Like try to set up a big attack next turn. I don't think it's worth blowing the lightning bolt right now in case they have Ral. But if they don't, I might go for a bolt into turn. Think about that. Okay, damage wise, does it make more sense to bolt now? If I go to my turn, I have to keep a mana open for Orum's Chant. So I think I would rather bolt now. I need to be able to spell pierce Orum's Chant. Do it. Do it. Hold up. Let him cook. Let him cook. Come on, burn spell, burn spell, burn spell. That's lethal, right? I can totally count. God, I'm so fucking good at this. I'm a prowess god and never knew it. All right, 3-0. 3-0. We should have been jamming prowess this whole time. We're wasting it on frogs and counter spells. Oh, my god, I made a joke about Kethis combo. Opponent last seen 4 days ago, Kethis combo. Oh god. Oh god. I was joking. I was joking. Wait. Don't queue into SOOO. SOOO stomps Prowess. Guess what we beat round 1? I'll give you a clue. It was SOOO. How does Kethis combo even work? They're basically Underworld Breach. Except instead of Underworld Breach, they have Kethis. But it's a grinding station, Opal, Amber, Emery deck. Dude, I'm like crying laughing because I literally said Kethis combo is an obscure deck to run into. And here we are. I think I'm plotting Slick Shot here. If I'm honest. Not going to block because of fear of mutagenic growth. If it's the same list they ran last time, they did not have God, stop it. Stop it. Okay. I kind of want to go Slick Shot into Iteration here and try to find a bolt for the Emery. That crazy. Why would Cauldron stop bolting the Emery from being good? Emery mode on Tamio. I mean, if they're going to have it one way or the other. Hold up. That's a pretty good one, right? I don't actually know if like that'll end up mattering or not. But it's got to be like good enough to keep here, right? It's just to get a big chump blocker. Okay. We're just surgicaling whatever Emery targets. That into the graveyard because that's closer to Lyrium. Gonna surgical their own Mox Ambers. Okay. Which means they're not cutting me off of Delirium this turn. Is playing the Swift Spear first better, or is playing the iteration looking for something better? If I play the iteration first and I find, say, Lightning Bolt, I could Bolt Rona, Birds of 5. Just thinking if I play Swift Spear first, I kind of need to find like Bolt plus land. I feel like I probably would have won if I had just not cast that Swift Spear first. Cast the iteration. Because I could have like preordained, maybe found a second land to have this lava dart, or fourth land to have this lava dart. Yeah, that was probably a punt. to imagine I'm dead here with Emery, Rona, Grinding Station. Like, obviously they could fizzle, so I'm not scooping, but Kethis. At the very least, we get to see how the deck works. Kethis exiles legendary cards. Go to replay stuff. And they Jace the Perfected Mind. What's the win condition? Jace? Well, this isn't win the game, Jace. And the list that they trophied with doesn't have win the game, Jace. And it doesn't have Thassa's Oracle. So there's no grape shot. So again, I ask, what's the win condition? Oh, they just mill me out. Their win condition is mill themselves and then mill me. And Jace just like speeds up the mill plan. Let's see. I have a dart, but I can't do anything with Teferi out on my upkeep. Guess they have a ton of mana and just cast Jace from the yard a bunch to mill you. That's what it looks like. Is interesting. looks like they've got a couple Dismember and a couple Into the Flood Maw. Ranith Magistrate. Shadow Spear post board. Late to the party, what have you played so far? We played Grixis Shadow to start it off. And won round 1 against Storm, and then lost round 2 to Prowess. Picked up Prowess, and we're currently 3-0. That's all we've played so far. But it looks like there's a decent chance that we're going to be firing up Kethis combo after this. I don't think I want to bring in Unholy Heat. Well, I guess they do have like some pretty decent toughness blockers, but they also have like Soul Cauldron, and I feel like there's a decent chance they're going to be able to take me off Delirium. I kind of want to shave some amount of the Delirium threats. I want Spell Pierce. Any luck, you'll lose to Ketramos round 1. Why is everybody like, well, with any luck, you'll lose? Why do y'all want me to fail? Kind of savage. All right, I think I'm going to throw back Thundering Falls. That. I want you to succeed on Ketramos for the memes. I want to succeed on Prowess for the end of the stream. Member by Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. Okay. Well, we gaming. Both of those. How this works, Mike. Soon you'll wish to pair into something decent to lose to while you're playing the jankiest deck of all time. Well, there's like a reasonable chance that we're going to be playing the jankiest deck of all time literally next league. So I think I'll keep the bobble to try to filter this draw a little bit. Absolutely not. Okay. We have a clock. And I think I just go ahead and bolt them because I know they have a dead card coming off the top. We flip over a lava dart. That technically kills next turn, right? I get prowess triggers and I can just strap it up to something. Slick shot trigger. Yep. Get my top card to mill me. Love it. Oh, man. Don't do this to me, deck. I guess I get to put them down to 1, and I've got lava darts in the graveyard. Something. Or I've got lava darts to potentially put in the graveyard if they start milling me. Oh, please don't make me play Kethis combo. Please, for the name of all things just and holy in this world, do not make me play Kethis combo. Don't ask for much. Deck was League 1. It was Grixis Death Shadow. Old school Grixis Death Shadow. Gurmag anglers and everything. Beat Storm round 1, which is probably about the only deck we can beat in current modern. And then we lost to Prowess round 2. Immediately fired up this league with Prowess. Thundering Falls, why do you do this to me? just a mulligan, right? If I was on the play, maybe I could like get access to Bolt and stuff before they can Emery, but I think on the draw that this is better. Portico. They just have a Kethis in hand. Auto. This is so dicey because I feel like if I tap out, I just die. I don't think there's a way they're blocking in a million years. I want to just jam Corey Steel Cutter because I need pressure. But I really don't want this Tameo sticking around. If I can maybe get Delirium online. Worth keeping another channeler. All right, be nice to me. Emery, Mox Opal, grinding station. So thankfully those are pretty redundant outside of Emery, which I do have an answer for at the moment. Rona, Mox Amber, Mishra's Bauble, Flooded Strand. Again, not terrible hits for us. Use Flooded Strand. Okay. Am I just going channeler, preordain, I need to find an untapped land to be able to unholy heat the Emery. Unholy heat gets delirium online, so I could just like heat the Emery first, but then my follow-ups kind of suck. I think I am. I get a bunch of surveils looking for the land. Oh, gives delirium though. Yes. Yes. Doesn't matter, so we'll just keep it on top regardless. Back first. Then go ahead and unholy heat this Emery. With spear. Better. Just like bolt. This. Oh, sure. Okay. What you got? Got a soul cauldron in the yard, so I'm pretty sure if they've got Kethis in the yard, I'm pretty sure if they find soul cauldron, they just win. Now that's a little dicier. Rumble finds Mox Opal, Emery, Beseiju. Uses Emery. Cameo is a blocker. So we just need a bolt. That also does it. Go and bottom exile. Lava Dart in the bin does it as well. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right, 4-0, playing for the trophy in league number 2. I'm gonna throw up our prediction real quick.
Here we go.
So you can get your votes in. Gonna die roll. Oh my god, opponent last seen Izzet Prowess 3 days ago. Is it a mirror match for the trophy? See if they've got Chandler v. Chandler action. Okay. Let's go with Spear Bolt. Keep that on top. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Wish for you to win, but wouldn't mind losing because this is entertaining as hell. That's very fair, honestly. Swift Spear on top of their library. I kind of want them to draw that because that's not a very good top deck. But if I surgical, this is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Let them draw the Swift Spear. All right. We're up a game. Up a game in the mirror. You know what? If we win this match and the challenge is officially over, I will play another League of Prowess after this. If we end the challenge on the 3rd league or the 2nd league with Prowess, I will play another league afterwards. I won't do that to the faithful people that have stuck around. All right, I want Unholy Heat. I want Murktide. I probably want Spell Pierce on the draw. Don't want Surgical. I want to trim some Lava Darts. They don't kill Slick Shot or Swift. I guess they do kill Slick Shot, but they don't kill Swift Spear. Situational with Darcy, and I'm bringing in Unholy Heats. I'll trim a Swift Spear on the draw, trim a Slick Shot on the draw. Probably trim a DRC on the draw, just go like more control oriented. Friendship with Frog ended. DRC is my new friend. DRC is best boy now. Best girl. I don't have a I have a Teamer Battle Rage emote, but we don't have a Swift or a Dragon's Rage Channeler emote. But like they're pretty similar. They're like 1A, 1B. Hydrate, I got you. Oh, big sip. Okay. How do I want to do this? I think I just want to go Mountain Swift Spear attack. So if they have a lightning bolt, I can save the Swift Spear. Like an Unholy Heat or something. So they just can't really tempo me out here. More hydration. Oh, be weary, I'm not a fish. Yeah. So just like this, I just get in like a big chunk of damage for them going for a removal spell. I got so dehydrated at Thanksgiving, I had a headache for like 3 days. I always keep like on my desk right now, I've got multiple water bottles full. I've got the big water jug. I've got Red Bull. I know Red Bull's not quite hydrating, but I just have them. So I try my best to stay hydrated as much as I can. Like that big jug, I usually drink that big jug every day. And then probably like another bottle and a glass or two on top of that. Like I'm pretty good about hydration. I kind of feel like I'm supposed to double DRC here instead of getting the chip in with Swift Spear. I think I like that. I think I like attack, like Fiery Islet, double DRC. They want to use up a removal spell, sure. You like this play a lot more. Him hydrate enough times till he starts getting distracted by the need to urinate and misplace. We're in the urination distraction meta now. Hilarious. Steel cutter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if Unholy Heat flips over a lava dart, we could have lethal right here. But it would need to be like lava dart and delirium enabler. I'm definitely like going for it, right? More base damage. Does not enable delirium. That does enable delirium. Is it better to keep back a single blocker? 3, 6, 8, 10. Shut off a fetch land. We do just have like, if we deal 8, we do just have 2 lethal attackers in the air. Okay. I don't think putting them down to 1 is good enough. I like leave 1 back. It's only worse if they kill both the DRC. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, the outs they have to stop me from killing them and do enough to like deal with the board over the next 2 turns is kind of rough. Sleeves mutagenic is the draw for them, but what do I care about mutagenic? Like, I just have 2 flying attackers. Them mutagenicing a swift spear doesn't do anything. Okay. I could respond with Fiery Islet. I think I'd rather just see my draw. That's kind of why. Oh, show me a lightning bolt. A lightning bolt. That. I should go Dart the Monk. Literally just to try to get the extra blocker off the board. I guess they could have a prowess card. Echoing truth. Holy shit. Oh my God. Holy fuck. I just big brained the ever living hell out of this. No, it's not wrecked because I'm getting a body off the board with this. It's like literally the opposite of wrecked. Like I just unintentionally played around this. Okay. Not blocking. They top deck a bolt. Bolt or heat.
Well, as you can see, the league went pretty well. I didn't get an official write-up or wrap-up afterwards, so that's what I'm going to add for you here, a little post-production. The challenge ended in the very second league of the entire event. We unfortunately lost our second game with Grixis Death Shadow to Prowess, picked it up, didn't know how it was going to go, and immediately went for the 5-0 trophy with it. So this is me giving a little bit of feedback after the event on the list, some things I might change going forward, what I thought about playing Prowess for the first time. So out of the main deck, we do have some notable inclusions, things like the surgical extraction that might look a little off-putting. I know it's a card that has been gaining some traction in the main deck of Prowess for a minute. I thought that it was cool. I don't think it really had a significant effect on the gameplay. Very easily could have just been a third mutagenic growth, but I don't hate the versatility of a little extra interaction for cards like Solitude or Flage in the main deck that might give you some major headaches if you're not able to deal with them. I thought that the deck had a lot more grind and late game ability than I initially thought that it did. I already knew Expressive Iteration and Corey Steel Cutter were really strong cards, but even just finding like a Preordain in the mid to late game did a lot of work. Slick Shot Show Off is a heck of a card, popping out some insane damage values with Lava Dart and Violent Urge. Out of the sideboard, I would have liked to see the second Murktide Regent. There were several games post board that I kind of just wanted to jam a big threat and didn't feel like I was seeing the Murktide Regent enough. Spell Pierce, I thought I was going to dislike Spell Pierce and prefer Spell Snare, but there were a couple times that we got to fight over like 3 mana spells and over an Orm's Chant that we wouldn't have gotten to touch with Spell Snare. So Spell Pierce did end up having some versatility that Snare wouldn't have. The only thing I think Snare hits really well that Pierce doesn't is cards like a Johnny that can kind of clog up the board and make life a little more difficult. I really like this extra Violent Urge in the sideboard too. In the 3/1 main to or side to main split of Unholy Heat, having the 1 heat in the main made a big difference against a lot of bigger threats going around the format, like Quantum Riddlers that you want to get out of the way so you can attack through. And the Violent Urge to help speed up the clock post board was a pretty nice addition. But either way, I had a lot of fun with Izzet Prowess. I didn't think I was going to enjoy the deck so much. And now I feel like I've got to put it together in paper so I can run it in some local events and see how I do there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much. Consider leaving a like, maybe comment down below what your favorite moment of the league was. Other than that, come follow over on Twitch if you want to find the next league we got going on. Give us a shout on Twitter. Hit up the Discord. Love to have you there. Other than that, hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe. Enjoy some good food and company. I will catch y'all back live later. Adios for now.